Okay, hello everyone. Guys, today we're going to start solving quadratics. Now we're going to look at tables and graphs here today, how to solve using tables and graphs, okay? Again, our today's objective, how do you solve a quadratic equation from a table or a graph? Today's essential question, you'll need this for the homework check. How can graphs and tables help you solve quadratic equations? Okay? First, y'all, what does it mean to find the solution to a quadratic equation? What does it mean to solve a quadratic? What does that mean? All right. All right, there's a variety of ways to think about it. Guys, the solution to a quadratic, when they say what's the solution or solve it, they mean set it equal to 0 and see what the x values are, all right, when the y values are 0. That's where the quadratic crosses the x-axis when you graph it. All right, when y is 0, what is x? That's the solution. Okay, and sometimes we actually call it the zeros. All right, because that's where the function is 0. Guys, how do you find it? There's a couple of ways, again, to do it. Let me move this over a little bit here. Guys, one way to do it is to factor the quadratic and set it equal to 0, and then solve for x. That's one way to do it, and we're going to do that here. All right. And another way is to graph the quadratic and see where it crosses the x-axis. Or you could generate a table of values and see what values of x make the function 0. What values of x make the y 0? All right, now some quadratic equations, guys, they have two solutions because they cross the x-axis in two places. All right, this is an example right here. Guys, here the solutions are 2 and 6, where it crosses the x-axis. You can factor it, where an x is 2 or x is 6, which is where that function becomes 0. Guys, some quadratics, they only have one solution. Is they just come down and touch the x-axis in one place. Guys, this is the perfect square. All right, x minus 3 just touches at 3. All right, and where x equals 3, that's the solution. Again, it crosses at the vertex. It just touches the x-axis at the vertex. It's a perfect square. Guys, in some quadratics, and we're not going to deal with them during a freshman year, but you will look at these as a junior. Okay, some quadratics, they have no real solutions. Right? They don't cross the x-axis when we graph it. They have solutions, but they're a part of the complex number system. Okay, they have an imaginary part and a real part. All right? They have no real solutions when it does not touch the x-axis. All right, guys, how do you solve a quadratic when you're given a table? Relatively simple, guys. Again, you find the value of x when y is 0. So we look down the f of x column here, that's the y column. Where it equals 0, then look back to what the x is. Okay, so 1 is a solution. Come down the column again, here's another 0, back up, 6 is another solution. Okay? And guys, you can use a table to estimate solutions as well. Okay? You can put this in a calculator and see again that the solutions are 1 and 6. You can put it right into the calculator. We can use Desmos too to do this. And we'll talk about how to do that. Guys, this is an example right in Desmos where I generated a table of values and saw that when x is 1, y is 0. And when x is 6, y is 0. Here, I can move myself out of the way here. When x is 6, y is 0 at the bottom. All right, you can see where it crosses at 1 and 6. Okay, I'm sorry. This is the estimate part. Guys, sometimes you generate a table of values. It shows a 0, but this one, the other 0, it's not shown there. All right, but we know there's a 0 here because it changed from negative to positive. It must have crossed the x-axis here somewhere. So just look back at the x. It's somewhere between 0 and 1. Somewhere between 0 and 1 is where it crossed the x-axis. All right? And here's another example right here. We can look right at it. Guys, when y is 0, right here, x is negative 2. So that's one of the solutions, negative 2. And the other one is between 1 and 0, right up here. Looks like it's about 1/3. But you can look down the table of values and see where it changes from negative to positive. Negative to positive. All right, there must be a solution somewhere in between there, between 0 and 1. All right, we'll work more with that. All right, today and tomorrow. Guys, right now, please complete the homework check. And we'll look at it in class tomorrow too as well. All right, that's it. Thanks.